Good morning, guys. This is my morning face, my morning hair, and my morning voice. It is about 8:20 in the morning. Sorry, it's a screen. It looked like I had something really pink there. And I'm just lounging in bed. I was really hoping to get a good night's sleep last night, and it didn't work out that way. Having read the book that I've just finished, Shine, about rediscovering my happiness, I'm trying my absolute best to be positive about everything. And last night was the biggest challenge for me because I sort of slipped into the mindset of not being as positive as I have been on this trip. There are various aspects that I'm struggling with at the moment, involving my travelling, my distance with my family, my boyfriend, etc. And just what Cham Island had to offer yesterday, it sort of brought my mood down a bit, and it was quite a struggle to get it back up to being positive. But this morning I'm going to try and keep myself positive. So yesterday evening, you didn't see on my last video, but I went out searching for food, and I discovered pretty quickly that all the touristy little cafes and anywhere that does any sort of food closes sort of 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, because all the tourists normally have gone home on the boats. Not many people actually stay overnight here, so they shut up because they don't have any business. So I ended up walking around, walking everywhere, and there was nowhere open, and I was so hungry, as I told you in the last video, so hungry. I ended up finding this family who were like, food, and I was like, have you got any vegetarian food? And I ended up ordering, I was so croaky, I don't know why. Ended up ordering this stir-fried rice with loads of veg, and then this grilled aubergine. But it came to 110,000 dong. It is so overpriced here. It's not even funny. Hoi An wouldn't even been half of that. You know, in Hoi An I had a meal for 20,000 dong, and here it's like $5. So I wasn't happy at all. And so yesterday, after that, thinking I'm trapped here, I just want to leave tomorrow, but I can't because I'm booked into this hostel, put a downer on me. But this morning I'm determined to make the most of it. So when I can be bothered to get out of bed, I shall have a shower, and then I'm going to walk down and figure out how I'm going to get the boat back tomorrow, cost-wise, and where to go from. Wow, my voice is really croaky. I'm not getting a cough or anything, this is my morning voice. Scary. And then I'm going to walk the hour and 10 minutes it is to the other beach, where I hopefully cross paths with a cafe and some food that I can buy at a reasonable price. But that's my journey for today. Nothing particularly great. I'll spend the day a few hours on the beach, try and keep myself out of the sun so I don't get any more burnt, because I've got quite a nice little bit of colour going on there anyway, and we'll just see how it goes. Oh my god, I have walked up a hill for about 10 seconds and I'm out of breath. I'm not normally this unfit, it's because I've not eaten anything. On the positive, I managed to locate, what is that? Oh, it's a leaf. I thought there was a creature running across the road then. I've managed to locate my boat for tomorrow and pay for it, and it only came to 100,000 dong. I paid 170,000 for the fisherman's boat. And the speedboat's going to take, well, as the speed suggests, under half an hour. Whereas the fisherman's boat took 2 hours, and I was sitting in cargo. So it's a different experience on the way back. That's all booked for 7 AM tomorrow morning. And I've just come down the road, and I want to show the view. I'm heading for a walk. I think this is the right direction I'm going in. It says it's an hour walk to a beach, but I've already found one beach, and I'm tempted to stop and have a swim. But this is stunning!
my own personal beach. There is 0 people here, there's 0 people anywhere. So what have you got to do in this situation? Have your own personal swim. So I've been walking for about 15 minutes now, and a number of the beaches I've come across have not been accessible, and it even says on the map, accessible beach. I found this beach here and I need to find a way down. I hope there's a way down because this is just stunning. There's life going on down here. Have a look at this. So I think I found the entranceway. There's a little signpost saying it's down here. I don't know if you can quite see. It's another big plummet drop down, so let's see if I can get down there. This is where the magic begins. This is the pathway down, I think. There's a little signpost that says the beach is right here, and there doesn't seem to be any other entrance, so here goes. Could I find my second paradise beach of the day? I think I might have to stop filming. This is just never ending. I feel like I'm in the movie The Beach, where to find the actual beach you have to work super hard for it, because I am working super hard for it. But I think I can see civilization. I'm almost there, guys. I can do this. I can do this. Let's see. I can see sunshine. That's always a positive. And I am here. So, reached the beach and had to get something to eat. There were a couple of cafes, but they didn't seem to cater for me at the moment because I wasn't one of the tourists that just arrived on the boats. They had all the food laid out especially for groups that were coming, they were expecting. So I had to go to this tiny little stall, the only stall on the beach, and get myself a coconut, which is the only thing I could buy aside from crisps. And the coconut was the most expensive flipping coconut I've ever had in my life, and there was 0 meat inside. I'm not even going to tell you how much I paid for that coconut because it's sickening. I would get one cheaper in London. And it wasn't even cold either. It wasn't cold. Ugh. But I had to have it because I had to have some sort of energy, some sort of sugar in me because I'm so hungry. The only option I have, and I'm going to leave it until I get to the next beach, but the next beach is 36 minutes away and I plan on staying here for a good half an hour to an hour before I move, is some crisps, as I say. And there's one called Corny Cones. I'm tempted to get some salt and vinegar Corny Cones just because they're called Corny Cones, and that's a really strange name. And the corny part is with a K, not a C, so the metal chick in me is coming out there and thinking, yeah, rock on Jonathan Davis, you got your own Corny Cones. Corny Cones, I can't even say it properly. Now that I've got out and about, I do feel that yesterday I slated this island a bit too quickly. I think yesterday I just felt very trapped in the place I was in, and I kept sort of going around in circles when I was going and travelling about throughout the town. I didn't really feel there was much there because I suppose it's fairly new and inhabitants have only been here for a number of years, so they're sort of still trying to build up things like roads and places, etc., which is why some of the beaches I've gone by are not accessible yet and might never be, who knows. But I think I've written this island off a little bit too quickly because as long as you don't mind going for walks and just spending time on different beaches, it's actually really lovely, and don't get me wrong, it's absolute paradise on earth. I was just hoping to do a little bit more than just spend my time on the beaches, but There are people right now sitting in their office jobs or anywhere disliking what they're doing, and I'm sitting on a beach with a beautiful tan, getting lots of vitamin D and feeling as free as a bird. So I can't really complain. And in these sorts of circumcises, no, it's not circumcises, this is what you get. I haven't eaten any food. I need food, I need energy, I need carbs. My body needs carbs so badly, I'm wasting away. I can feel my stomach just eating itself. In this circumstance, that's the one, circumstance, oh my goodness, call myself a teacher. In this circumstance, there's only one thing you can possibly do. Go for a swim. My feet are absolutely scorching and I'm so out of breath, but I've made it to the next beach. Look at that baby. Yeah, I've got to find my way down there, which I don't think is for a little while, but it is stunning. I'm going to show you a close-up now, so you don't have to watch my face. I am sweating so much, and I'm really disappointed. I walked all the way to get to this beach, and I've seen this little signpost here, which I reckon probably means don't go down there. And looking down at the path, it doesn't really look like a path at all. I don't think I want to risk going down there and falling down a cliff. But the amazing thing, which I'll try and show you in a bit, is that this is how new Cham Island is to local tourists and just people in general, because behind me, where the beach is, where I'm going to go, it's just a huge, what do we call it? It's just a huge site, like building site. Oh, I thought I found a path then. It's just a huge building site. There's nobody there at all. It's just building materials and half-made houses and that. So I think I've reached my tether. I am sweating buckets, absolutely sweating, and now it's time to head back. So I made it to 2 beaches today. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. And my next goal is to find some food. This vlog is just turning into me talking about how much I'm not eating, isn't it? But when you need food, all you can think about is food. All you can talk about is food, and therefore I need to find myself some food. So I'm going to head back very slowly and try not to focus on the fact that it's going to take me over an hour to walk back. Yay! And see if I can find something. I did actually pass the Ecological Garden Cafe, which is the place I was looking for yesterday. It doesn't look particularly interesting, but maybe they'll have some vegetarian food, because I need myself some carbs. I need some carbs.